This is the most delicious and flavorful chicken bone broth. Anytime I have a chicken carcass or extra chicken parts, I stick them in the freezer until I have time to make a bone broth. While I could make a stock or broth out of these wingtips raw, when I have the time, I like to roast the chicken parts for greater depth of flavor. I roasted these wingtips for about 20 minutes on 400 before flipping them and then adding the rest of my chicken carcasses. Then I made sure I roasted everything for an additional 30 minutes, keeping an eye on everything to make sure nothing burned. Today I'm using my Instant Pot to make the bone broth. I make sure that I get all the drippings off the pan and then add filtered water. Lots of people add a little vinegar to their bone broth, but I don't. Research shows that for acid to actually break down the connective tissue, you'd have to have a very high level of acid. But what will break down connective tissue is how long you cook it. For the Instant Pot, I pressure cook it on high for 3 hours. If I'm doing it on the stovetop, I simmer it for 6 to 8 hours. And if I'm doing a slow cooker, anywhere from 12 to 24 hours. I like to strain it through a doubled cheesecloth on top of a fine mesh sieve and then stick it out in the cold so the fat will harden and I can easily scrape it off. Did you see all that jiggly collagen? Now I'm left with a low-fat, low-sodium, very nutritious bone broth. It can be refrigerated for up to 6 days, frozen for up to 6 months, or pressure canned to make it shelf-stable, which is what I'm doing here. But more details on that in a future video. Thanks for watching. I hope you'll like and follow, and check out my other videos on stocks and broths. Happy eating!